Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent, and I have another OU Showdown live for you guys today. This time we're using this really fun Pursuit Mega Absol team that I built myself. Pretty much this can help trap the Lotties and kill those, which can open up the door for my Keldeo to sweep late game. And then we have defensive Lando just to help out with Mega Pincer and stuff like that. AV Magirna can deal with opposing Keldeo as well as Superior. And then Tapu Koko just as an offensive pivot. We have Volt Switch and U-Turn for the core. And then Lottie helps deal with Zard Y, since that's a really big threat to this team. It's not the best switch in, but it's the best I could come up with. So let's get a battle right now. Also, I will be leaving the teams in the paste bins from now on, so be sure to check those out if you want to test these teams out yourself. Let me see if I can make this bigger as I can. He also wants the timer to be on. Okay. So I'm thinking we do see a Lottie, so hopefully we can pursuit trap that with our Mega Absol. We could catch it off guard right away, but I'm kind of expecting him to lead Landers. And even if he leads Lottie, that's not even the end of the world, as well as Greninja. So I'm actually going to lead off with my own Landers, as he leads off with the Greninja as I thought. So our AV Magirna is a great switch into this. I don't want to risk going Lottie, even though the water move is very obvious. So we can bring out our Magirna as he goes for the Ice Beam, add it over anything, and don't freeze me. Great, okay, so Magnezone is always an option. I'm just going to Volt Switch out, as we do get out of there from the Magnezone, so that's great. And Keldeo is an alright play right here. Not sure whether he Scarf, but I'm just going to go right for the Secret Sword. If he Scarf, he might be baited to stay in, which I'm kind of hoping happens and can knock him out here. But he is going to pull the switch into the Latias. I wanted to double into Absol so bad, but now that's actually into range of my Absol's pursuit. So what we can do right here is bring out our Magirna again, I believe. This is our main switch in, but it's also our main switch into the... No, Keldeo can switch into the Greninja quite nicely, so we're going to bring out our Magirna. He could go right for the Draco. He actually doubles out into the Magnezone, so Volt Switch is the play again. I'm kind of hoping he outspeeds us, as he does, so we can get the slow Volt Switch out. And we can go ahead and bring out our Landers right here. If he's Scarfed, he will be locked in. We don't really need Landers a lot, although we kind of do need it for the Pincer. But we should outspeed, I think. Let's go for the Earthquake, as we do. He probably tried to catch us with the HP Ice right there, just to weaken us for the Pincer as well as his own Landers. He is going to bring out the Pincer here. This is tricky. He could go right for the return. I kind of want to see. He has to go right for the return, so we can U-turn out of there. He is going to take some Rocky Helmet damage, and he's not going to be able to knock out my Tapu Koko with anything. So we get a pretty free. If he goes Magirna, we do have switch-ins to that. So I'm kind of going to try to catch him with the HP Ice right here. He shouldn't stay in. He might go Lando on our Volt Switch. Then again, he could go Magirna on our Volt Switch. I'm going to go for Volt Switch anyway, just not expecting. He did go Landorus. So we got the play right before, but Magirna was definitely the play there, because I could have HP Iced very easily, but I can't let my own Landorus get really weak anymore. He could go for Stealth Rocks right here. I kind of need my Lottie still, but at the same time, it's not going to do the most amount of work. He goes for the Smackdown. So I'm guessing he's probably going to go out into like his Magirna right here. We're just going to drop the Draco Meteor, as he does bring out the Magirna, so that's alright. We do have an answer to this. But the problem is I don't want my own Magirna getting weakened, so we're just going to throw off the HP Fire. If he's Scarf, he'll go for Flare Cannon. It appears he's not, so he's going to go right for the Trick Room. Does he even knock me out? I think he has to go for Flare Cannon to knock me out, and that'll put him down at -1. Yeah, that's not doing enough. As what he should do here is go right for the Flash Cannon. So I'll go out into my own AV Magirna here, as he does go right for that Flash Cannon. Unfortunately gets a Spit F drop. If he uses HP Fire, that'll be annoying. Or if he crits us, I think we might be able to... We should live another Flash Cannon despite the Spit F drop, as we do. So that threat's out of here, which is great. But that's unfortunate because this was our main response to his Lottie, but we can Pursuit Trap the Lottie if it wants to come out at any point. And our entire team pressures the Mega Pincer. I don't expect it to become that much of a threat. Here he's going to bring out this Mon. He could go right for knockoff. I'm not risking my Lottie on this thing. We can bring it out safely after. So what I'll do is go right for the Flare Cannon, as we actually outspeed and knock him out. So that's great. He might be baiting me to set up with Mega Pincer, but that's not even that big of a deal. He is going to bring out the Mega Pincer, so I'll go Landorus on here. We should still have our Rocky Helmet, as we do. So this is still a response. Wrong place. We can probably go for the U-turn right here pretty safely, or we can just throw out the HP Ice. I'm going to go for the U-turn, as he is just going to opt to knock us out, so we can't go any of these two. We have to go either Keldeo, which we need healthy to deal with the Greninja, so I think Tapu Koko is the play here every time. And we just throw off the Dazzling Gleam. It will knock this thing out, and it will hit the other two harder than any other move. He does bring out the Lottie, so that's going to take a ton of damage. The problem is, do I want this getting weakened? I don't think I can let it get weakened, so what I'm actually going to do is bring out my own Lottie, and then go out into Absol and Pursuit Trap. He's just going to forfeit, yeah. So Mega Absol could have Pursuit Trapped the Lottie late game right there, but unfortunately he decided to forfeit. Here we have another very interesting match. We can Pursuit Trap the Mew if you really want, and the Lottie. Wow. This is a game I'm hoping Absol can do a lot in. He's probably not going to lead off with those two, just looking at that. He could lead off with the Greninja. I'm actually going to try to catch one of the two. They're just leading off with Absol. He actually leads off with the Zygarde. So unfortunate, but we do have our Landorus as a response to this. I'm expecting the 1,000 arrows. So 1,000 arrows, we can see if he's banded. Doesn't look like banded damage. As what I'll do here is just go right for the Stealth Rock. He doesn't have a Magic Bounce user, I'm pretty sure. He brings out the Mew, which I don't really care about this thing getting Will-O-Wisped, I think. So I'm just going to go right for the U-turn. Yeah, he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. Let's look at that damage. If we are Landorus, that definitely looked like defensive, I think. We're a defensive Lando, so who knows? We can go U-turn. No, U-turn would have done a lot less. Oh, that's HP Ice. U-turn, yeah, he's defensive, so I don't think... I'm thinking about going out into this Mon and just clicking Knockoff instead of Pursuit, as crazy as that sounds, because he doesn't have the best responses. You can just Mega Evolve and go right for Knockoff. Or Swords Dance. Swords Dance could be cool. Could we win if we go for Swords Dance? No, he has the Megear now. We could have Pursuit Trapped it, but he's going to bring out the Greninja, which is fine. We can knock off whatever this thing's item is, as it is a Choice Specs. You might expect the Sucker Punch. I would expect the Sucker Punch, but we're going to go out into Keldeo. I'm just going to go for the Hydro Pump, so I'm glad I switched out, as what we can do is just throw off the Secret Sword. He's going to bring out the Tangrowth and not the Lottie, which is the better play. And here, what I can do is I can probably bring out my Landorus. We already have a Rock Sap, so there's no point. We need this thing, too. Actually, do we need this thing? It's kind of stopped by a lot. I want to see whether he goes for Giga Drain or what he does. He goes for the Giga Drain, so... unfortunate, but we can just continue spamming this and weaken the Tangrowth. As what we can do is now Pursuit Trap this thing. Pursuit should be able to knock it out even if he doesn't switch out, so we're going to try this. If it doesn't knock him out, that would be super unfortunate, but we have base 150 attack, it should. And getting rid of this thing can help without our Megear as well as our Lottie, as it doesn't knock him out. And he crits us. Alright, so we'll go for knockoff and knock him out there. Unfortunate that we had to take so much damage with our Absol right there. I probably could have gone for a knockoff right away, more safely, but that's fine. I probably should have ran a Calc, to be honest. As this is what he opts to bring out. I definitely have my own Megear now to deal with this. It could be Trick Room again. It's Shift Gear, so that's fine. Flash Cannon, these both go to 120, so that's actually not that bad. We'll just go for the Flash Cannon, because that's potential Spit After Off, as he's actually risking Focus Blast over anything. And we get the Spit After Up right away, so... He is going to switch out into the Zygarde, which is completely fine. That's going to take a ton of damage. And we have our Landorus to switch into this thing every time. Let's see if he's subcoil. No, he goes right for the 1,000 arrows. The problem is he could knock us out right here, but I'm going to go for the hidden power. If he doesn't, that would have been great, but he does. Tapu Koko can knock this out, but... Tapu Koko should be able to knock this out. It could be Scarf Zygarde, for all I know, though. We're going to go out into this. And I think we're just going to drop a Draco anyway. Because we have a switch into everything else. I think he has to go Magearna here. As he actually goes out to Lottie, so if we can connect this... Nope. Why would I ever? I'm risking this, I think. Nope. Yep, so we miss, and then he wins the speed tie. This is alright, though. Pursuit this thing, as he's actually Scarf, so great. That went downhill faster than I wanted it to. If we were Trick Room, this would have been great. That miss was terrible. He's actually going to let me get my Soul Heart boost. His Zygarde should come out. I kind of just have to hope I live, I think. Live somehow, please. Nope. As if this is Scarf, then that's game, but... it might not be. Who knows? We catch that thing, we can Dazzling Gleam knock us... I know he's Scarf, but that shouldn't knock me out, yeah. This Dazzling Gleam's going to be able to knock that thing out. What is this thing going for? Extreme Speed? We're going to go for the hidden power, as Extreme Speed's going to knock me out. That miss with the Lotties to secure that game. If we connected that, that would have been big. I don't like how that guy said GG after that. I'm a little bit salty about that, I'm not going to lie. We're going to do this and start the timer. Magearna has a great lead here, I think. Although he might lead with the Medicham right away, which gives him a free high jump kick. Nothing really wants to take a fake out on my team. That's the problem. We need Landorus really badly. I'm honestly thinking Lottie is the best idea here. As he ends up leading off with this, but he could go right for the U-turn if he wants to. I think Magearna is a great answer. And just preserve my Lottie's health for the Keldeo. This guy has mono walled by Landorus T, but I don't know if he can wall everything. He does go right for the U-turn, so I'm glad I made this play. He might go Medicham right now, as he goes into the Zygarde, which is fine. I'm going to go out into my Landorus. We can scout if he's banded 1,000 arrows. If that's not banded, so this is an opportunity for me to get up my rocks. He might just 1,000 arrows again. No, he's not. He risked that. I could have Earthquaked. Do I need Lottie? We can... I don't think Lottie does a lot. Yeah. And high jump kick should be his play here. So he goes for the Zen Headbutt, so... that's really cool. I'm thinking Hidden Power should be my play here. Yeah, Hidden Power is definitely my play. He should go Drill. Actually, Draco is a pretty free play then. Or Psyshock, because we can Hidden Power after. I don't really mind what he does. We can scout out the Drill set, whether it's Scarf or not, based on the Psyshock damage, and we do have defensive Lando in the back to switch in, so he is going to bring out the Tapu Koko, so we do get the play right. Hit that thing up with the Psyshock. He's going to take a ton of damage. As he might go for the U-turn again. But like I said, we don't need this mount that badly, and he just let his Tapu Koko take a ton of damage. Z, what, Gigabolt Havoc? Is that even knocking me out? Nope. So, we get rid of that, which is great. Medicham should be his play here. We still need Landorus really badly. He can go Tapu Koko, I think. And if he goes out into one of those two mons, we can... if he's Electric Seed Halucha, which he probably is, that's fine. As he is going to bring this thing out, so he's probably just going to go right for the fake out. So we can Thunderbolt. That's a crit. That could end up hurting us later. What I'll do here is just go right for the Dazzling Gleam. Get rid of that mon. I'm not sure why he stayed in. That was an interesting play, but he's going to bring out the Drill here. This is probably Scarf Drill. He could get up his rocks. It could be Rocks Drill too. And he's gonna spin, so I mean, he could be Scarf Spin. I'm just gonna spam rocks. If he wants to kill me, that's fine. We do have methods to deal with the Halucha. He's actually gonna bring it out right here. Not sure why. But I can U-turn out. And bring out my... Do we get swept? And we can just bring out this mon. Bring out our Landorus again. Electric Seed gives you defense, not speed. That's interesting. I thought it gave you speed, but he has Unburden boost, so that's fine. We can bring out our Landorus right here. He goes right for the acrobatics, takes a ton of damage. As he's actually going to Swords Dance up again, so if we can not... That's not enough damage. I think that might be game. We aren't Sucker Punch, so... Magirna, do you want to take a hit? That might be it. We can bring out this mon right here. And I guess just go right for the knockoff. Nope, he's not falling for the Sucker Punch shenanigans. Magirna, do you live? Can you miss a high jump kick? Is another question. I probably should have just played for this first. He's not missing, obviously. I can miss 90% accurate moves, but he can't. You want to miss versus this? Acrobatics knocks me out. And you know what's funny? Scarf Keldeo can still actually win. Miss it. Actually, no, he has acrobatics, so... Unfortunate right there. I probably should have preserved Landorus better, but... that's just the game we play. I don't know whether Tapu Koko could have lived that without the crit from the Medicham, but we have this team right here. Who unfortunately doesn't have a lot that wants to be Pursuit Trapped by my Absol, but there are some mons. He honestly gets destroyed by Keldeo. And this would be great if... Are you good there? Start the timer, ignore, and add another game, I guess, because I don't know what that guy wants to do. So obviously some bad luck this live. He's still gone. Did he come back? Nope, he's not here. Is this semi-stall? I can't really tell what this is, but he's kind of like mono wild by Magirna, to be honest. I have to keep on checking that. What I'm going to do is lead off with my Landorus, I think. I'm thinking about making Absol Zen Headbutt instead of Fire Blast, to be honest. It can hit Tapu Lele under the Psychic Terrain if it wants to switch out. It can hit Amoonguss if we're facing a stall team. And he honestly doesn't have the best Psyshock switch-ins right here. I don't think he's coming back. We can lead off with our Keldeo pretty safely. He has two great switch-ins to that though, so it's not the best option. Landorus doesn't actually do that much, except for Wall the Pinsir, which I kind of need it to. So he should just go right for the attack here, seeing if I misplay. Did he come back? No. He's going for Calm Mind. Flash Cannon this. What do you have? That was a crit. That crit could suck, but we crit him back, so great start. Crit for crit, I'll take that. The problem is, this was our main response to the Tapu Fini. He is Scarf Landorus, or it might not be Scarf Landorus, but we'll see. Because if he is Scarf, we can get up free rocks right here. We actually needed help on this mon, so I'm not sure why I'm sacking it, but we can go out into Lottie right here pretty safely. This set doesn't run knockoff if he is the defensive variant, so this can still switch into the Pinsir, and he has to defog with his Tapu Fini eventually, as he's going to go for the U-turn. I could have stayed in. So I guess this is when he wants to defog. I'm just going to Psyshock, weaken this thing as much as I can. Yeah, there's the defog. We're not playing this one very well. I could have gotten a free switch into my Landorus there. Now we don't have a Moonblast switch in. So I guess this mon is walled by Tran, kind of, so I'm just going to kind of let it go down. As there's the Moonblast. You can still definitely win, but it's going to be hard. As what I'll do right here is just go for the Thunderbolt, I think, or Volt Switch. So he brings out this. As we're going to bring out our Amoonguss, our Absol. Okay, he's going to... What happened? Oh. Okay, I guess I'm forfeiting that. I don't know exactly how that works, but he should go for the Spore. No, he can't Spore me. This could be cool. Not sure how much Earthquake does to me, but this is kind of my opportunity to do this, so... We lived. The problem is Quick Attack, but I think that's not going to work. I hope he's not Scarf Tran or... He should expect the Sucker Punch from Pinsir, so he can't go out into that. I'm surprised we lived. He's in a very tough situation here. If he goes Pinsir and Quick Attacks, I'm going to be a little bit salty, because he should expect the Sucker Punch. He goes out into this, so we can go for the knockoff. As he's probably Rocky Helmet, but that does a lot. We could have gone for the Swords Dance again, but then I don't want to risk that. We could just go out into our Tapu Koko right here, which still does a ton of work. The problem is now we have a really hard time against Amoonguss. We're going to HP Ice, knock that thing out, but I think we just lose to Amoonguss. It's funny because I had some really great games with this before recording and it was testing out, and I think we got into the 1550s with it, and now we're pretty low. So we'll Volt Switch out here, pretty much just hoping that he's not Scarf at this point, as he is. So Keldeo comes out. We go for the Hydro Pump. Amoonguss should come out, yeah. Every time. And now he gets a free Spore off, which I think I'm just going to let him Spore this, as we miss. So, there's the Spore, and I think I just have to let him knock me out. There's the Giga Drain. Yeah, I don't think this is winnable. We're going to go for one more, and I might test this team out a little more later. See what I can switch around, and then do another live with this. I'm hoping we can pick up this win right here to at least go, I think, 2-3. It's been a really brutal live so far. I guess it would technically be 3-3 if you count that one disconnect win, but that's fine. He's actually going to... this team is interesting. Where am I now on the ladder? 1483, so it's not terribly low. I shouldn't be seeing this, but I'm probably going to lose to it now that I said that. We do have Fire Blast to catch the Scizor, though, so that's really cool. This team is really weak to Gyarados, now that I look at it, but it can't be that bad. We have Scarf Keldeo, which I have to preserve its health. Magearna can lead pretty nicely. If he leads Ment, that's fine. This is also our main Gardevoir answer. We're going to lead off with our Tapu Koko, actually, as we actually catch the Gyarados upon switching, so this is a pretty free Volt Switch. No, not really sure what he wants to switch out into. I'm just going to go right for the HP Ice, expecting the Donphan, I think. No, that's not the correct play. So he did go Donphan, so I keep on getting so hesitant. I should just go with it, but if he stayed in, that would have been really bad. No, actually, no, if he stayed in on my HP Ice, that would have been really bad, yeah. This thing could pack the Ice Shard, which I'm not terribly worried about. Yeah, that's doing nothing. As we can get up our own rocks right here, and then I'm thinking just U-turn out. As he probably went for Earthquake, just looking from that. He could have gone for a knockoff. Keldeo does a lot of work. We can need it for the Gyarados too. Magearna, we need Tapu Koko. I don't know, it gets stopped by the Bullet Punch too. So if he goes for Earthquake here, nice job, but he goes for the Rapid Spin. As we can just Dazzling Gleam right here. What is this? Is this gonna Bully Drum in my face? I'm not really sure, but we should outspeed it with pretty much our entire team, so if he does Belly Drum, that's not the end of the world. We get the Volt Switch off, and we can bring out our Landorus, I think? No, we need Landorus for Scizor, what am I doing? But we have other monsters Scizor, we have the Fire Blast tech. Thankfully no burn. So what I'll do is get up my rocks again. I don't care if he Belly Drums. Did he outspeed me before? And I think I outsped him. We can weaken this thing with the Earthquake. This is going to go for the Rapid Spin. And now what we can do is just go right for the Stealth Rock. And go right for the Earthquake. He can't knock me out with the next Rapid Spin no matter what. He should just go for Ice Shard, as we actually outspeed. And he actually ends up going down, so he doesn't get rid of my rocks because he went down to Rocky Helmet damage. So that's really cool. Now that will pressure this Elements a lot, as well as the Gyarados if it wants to come back in. And he doesn't really have any more answers. Out comes the Immense. I'm definitely going for HP Ice right here, not playing around. He might expect it, but yeah, he doesn't actually expect it, so that'll put him into range of Rocky Helmet damage. As U-turn is actually the play here, I think, because he does outspeed. If he wants to attack us, he has to take Rocky Helmet damage, unless he's Supersonic Sky Strike. But no, he's Fire Fang. Absol, I kind of want to go out to Absol here, but if Gyarados comes out and intimidates us, that could be a little bit of an issue. Gardevoir is another. I'm gonna go out into Absol, I think. Ooh, this is cool. Good. Not sure how much we do with our knockoff. Can I knock him out? I'm assuming this is his Mega. No, yeah, this is definitely his Mega. As Absol, all-out attacker knockoff is going to be doing 61 to 70, so we're going to go down to our Magearna instead. He's going to go for the Moonblast, and we can Volt Switch out here pretty safely. We are slower, so we will get a slow Volt Switch off. As that could be Scarf. We can go out into this mon, though. And go right back out into Magearna. Magearna is pretty much here for this mon. And it can hit the Snorlax a little bit, but out comes this thing, which is going to be forced to attack us. So we're going to go right for the Volt Switch. He knows we have it, so he could try Dragon Dancing up and Mega Evolving if he wants to. I'm not sure whether he lives or not. He's actually going to bring out the Scizor. Could be Scarf Scizor, but I think Keldeo can handle this pretty nicely. But if he gets Roost FD and we miss a few Hydro Pumps, that'll be bad. Do we need our Absol? I don't think we do. And I really just wanted to do something, so I'm hoping we can take the Bullet Punch right here and go right for Fire Blast. Might be predictable, as apparently it was predictable. But we might knock him out with this into our knockoff. Do I want to SD up? No, let's just go right for knockoff. Because it's going to knock that thing out, which is great. And now he knows we have the Fire Blast, but he should go out into his Gyarados right here. Gardevoir I will just knock off. Actually, it could be Scarf Gardevoir, that's the problem. Yeah, he's going to forfeit, so I think we're going to leave the live right there for today. Not the best, I think we went 3-3, but I will see what I can do with them to modify the team, and we might be back with it. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss any Showdown lives, and I will see you guys in the next video.